Hey, what's up? It's your boy Tim. I'm coming at you. I'm down in the basement in the studio right now. I've been doing a lot of praying this past week, and God's been doing a lot of talking. And through that, I just wanted to share a little message to everybody. And this message goes out to all people. If you're a believer in Christ or you're not a believer, that the society out here today, man, has been pushed everybody's like self-confidence level, everybody's motivation level out the door, out the window, and that nobody can seem to just go out and get something done. Everybody's walking around out here asking, look like a handout, like, you know, they expect something from everybody else out there that has got a little bit of something, and they want you to give them a little bit of something like they deserve it or like they are owed to from whatever else. I don't know. I don't get it. Like St. Louis especially, man, this city is like crazy, notorious for these people. And I mean, I was homeless out on these streets for 7 years. Homeless here in St. Louis, Madison, Nebraska. I was homeless. And when God brought me here last, when I was homeless here for like, you know, quite some time, He's always provided. He's always taken care of me. But never once did I ever hold a sign and ask people to give me money. Never once did I manipulate and try to get people to, you know, say, I need a little bit of something that you need to give it to me. You think you're a Christian? Well, you need to give me that money. And never once did I ask or beg. And God always provided, because I had a pure and clean heart. But boy, I was in some bondage and I was in some sin, that's for sure. And when I came out of it, and Christ like showed me the true way and gave me true life in Him, that He's given me motivation to come out of that corruption, out of that mind of like self-deserving mind, like it was all owed to me. And he always like, He helped me, and He renewed my mind in such a way of thinking that, man, I thought I was always going to be in a prayer closet the rest of my life. When I found Christ, I was so excited to meet Him, and I'd be praying to Him all the time. And I just thought, man, I bet one day I'm gonna be out in a closet just praying for everybody, praying for everything, praying for my city, praying for this world, praying for Him to come back till He comes back. And it didn't go down that way. Once I found Christ, like, He sent me out. He sent me out to go. Like, I'm always praying though. I'm praying while I'm walking. I'm praying while I'm sleeping. I'm praying all the time. And in that, this video is about motivation. I want to give you the motivation to say that you can do it. I want to give you the motivation to say, stop worrying about the person behind you. Stop caring about the person that's above you. Or, you know, stop thinking and having pity on the people that are below you. But we all got the opportunity, and the same opportunity that the next person has. And in that I came from having zero money. And when I came from having zero money, living on the streets, I upgraded and I got a garage to live in, okay? You know how excited I was to have a garage of my own? And I started my own business living out of a garage with a little push mower and a little weed trimmer and a little blower that someone donated to me. And God provided the way. And I used all my money to buy some flyers to start advertising and letting the word get out there, because I was going to do my best work out there for these people. Because you know what? Because I'm not going to give up. And yeah, I got suckered all the time. I got pushed over all the time. But I did all this stuff in love. I did all this stuff persevering and pushing through, and kept, you know, God just always reminded me where I came from, what I was doing, and what I'm doing today, and how big of a difference it's making. I was homeless till actually the point of last year, when I was living in a friend's van of mine, Tony's, and sleeping in a church parking lot. And I had to humble myself, because I was so, like, I had so many breaking points in my life. I'll get to that later. But the motivation, I want to say that don't ever think that you can't. Don't ever think that someone else is getting in your way, because the only person getting in your way is you. That nobody can tell you what to do. Nobody has to give you anything, and don't expect nothing from nobody. And that's what I've learned and been found out through Christ, that we gotta we got to take the next step. We got to take every step. And even if we don't see that next step sometimes, we got to have that. That's where that faith comes in. We got to always have that faith that Christ is going to take us and bring us out of the struggle. But you know what? There never was a struggle to begin with if we had the faith that we're supposed to have of never fearing, never worrying, that we just blindly keep stepping, and we step with rejoicing Him. We always step in and we're praising His name, because yeah, it may look like a struggle from the outside. It may look like a struggle because everything broke down, because I'm pushing a little broken mower with no wheel and 100 degrees heat while my cars and truck's overheating, and I ain't got a way for anything else, and everything else has gone to crap. But I still motivation that I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna try and fix it. I'm gonna spend the last of what I got to keep making the money invested in that business, because that business is bringing in the money. And God had blessed that business because I stayed true to what He had given me, and I followed His direction all the way. That when people were saying I needed to turn left or turn right, that I went straight, and I went on the straight way. And it's crazy to know that, you know, sometimes we just got to get up off the couch and have faith to take the next step, and that we got to believe and trust in Him, and to know that He's going to make our way and carve our path straight, and that we got to stop thinking that other people are going to open that door and it's just going to happen, because it's not that way. Like sometimes God will bless you, but you got to keep walking. You can't just stop and wait again and wait for, like, because I used to have that kind of faith, for real. I, like, with the music thing, like, for real, I'd be like, man, if God wanted me to start this little business thing, or start this studio, that it might just happen, that something's supposed to land in my lap, and not the way God right now. I hear Him clearly. He's saying to me, put a lot of time into it and watch what it develops into, because like, miracles ain't just gonna happen out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna prosper because I'm putting the time into it. You know, you got to put the time into things. You gotta push your way through things, because God is not a God of just handing His children things all the time, and especially if it's like material things, like, you know, I've earned these things and I got to use it now for His will. You know, I'm gonna tell you, the more material things you get in this world, is the more burden you're gonna have. So if you're gonna do anything, man, stay motivated, stay in Christ, and keep pushing through when it looks dark and like you're ready to give up. If God's the one who planted that seed in you to either start a business, start a ministry, start whatever it is, seek His way in, seek His way out, and seek His way through it. Because if you're not, you know, you're not gonna last, and you're gonna try doing your own will. You're gonna try pushing your own weight through it, and it's not gonna work that way. You know, you gotta definitely have the motivation that comes from God above. Because if you're not, it's gonna fall through. And second, stop waiting and stop praying for things to happen. Because, I mean, I got more faith and prayer than most people that I know, but for on the other side, that I know that we gotta have, you know, a step to take in order for that prayer to manifest. You know, we gotta pray, but yet we gotta take the next step. And we got to keep stepping, and we got to keep stepping with Christ, and we can't stop stepping. You know, when God tells us to do something, and you're like, man, I'm sure I trust in the Lord that, you know, all this stuff is just going to happen. Well, it's not going to happen if you don't take no steps for it to happen forward. You know, you got to stop letting them damn demons try to tell you just to sit back and relax and enjoy the ride, because it ain't going to be an easy ride. If you want something to happen, you got to walk and get it. You got to go reach for it. You got to go walk with it. But just know that Christ is going to be there every step of the way. And if you don't think He is, well, then you just get a little bit back in that prayer closet, and He's going to remind you, I'm with you. I'm here with you. And there's nothing to worry. There's nothing to fear, because you're doing all this glory and all these things for me. And that's also the other thing that stopped me from getting motivated to do these videos. What stopped me to get motivated to do what I'm supposed to do in the studio with the music, and the studio to make some music videos, studio to get people recorded, to do all sorts of things that I've been kind of laid back, like, Lord, do you really want me to do it? Yeah, He's been wanting me to do it, but I've been in my own way, and I've been letting the demons tell me that I'm gonna make it about me when it's not about me. And I already know, because my heart is pure, my heart is true, and my heart is with Christ. And so I got to know that and trust that. And if I'm not doing what he wants me to do, that's an act of rebellion already. So trust him, follow him, stay motivated. Catch you later. I'm out.